We're going to take a look now at planting some spring flowering bulbs. Once you've gathered all the tools you need together, we're going to go through the activity, show you exactly how we're going to maximise those bulbs that you've selected so we get a fantastic display next spring. Remember, you can plant them in tubs and containers to put on your patio, or you can put them in beds and borders, and that's what we're going to be focusing on. The first thing we're going to do to prepare the area is make sure that it's free of any weeds and debris. We don't want the weeds to compete for nutrients with the bulbs. We want them to be able to break up through a lovely soil. So we're just going to take our hoe, get in, make sure we remove the roots as much as we can to get rid of all of these weeds and debris that are in this area. Now that we've cleared the space for our bulbs, we're going to dig a hole to accommodate them. Remember that we need to have it about twice the depth of a bulb. So normally if we're planting something like daffodils, bulbs about that big, we're looking for about twice that depth. So one spit of the spade will be plenty. That gives us about the depth we need. Keep that soil nearby because as well as the new compost, we're going to use that to backfill the hole. Now that we're ready to plant the bulbs, we're going to put them straight into our hole here. Remember, the roots are going to be in contact with the lowest point, so before we put them in, it's always good to put some fresh, loose bulb fibre in the bottom of the hole, ready for those roots. I would always give it an extra boost as well with some of this bulb starter, as this will give it a really good opportunity to get some early nutrients. Just a small amount in the hole there. When planting bulbs individually rather than in a cluster, you can use a bulb planter, as this will perfectly extract the right amount for the size of bulb. Remember, when we're planting our bulbs, the rule of 2, double the size of the bulb. So this holds the perfect depth for a bulb like this. And also in terms of our spacing, we want double the size of the bulb. So this hole is ideal to accommodate the 3 bulbs that we've selected. Remember to put them in nose size up, as that is where the bulb will emerge from. Place them really nicely spaced out, and we're ready to fill the rest of this hole in with some more lovely fresh bulb fibre immediately on top of the bulbs. Try to pack it down so that you're avoiding any big air pockets around the bulbs, but without crushing the bulbs. We can then backfill the hole using the soil that we previously dug out. Really important to get a good covering, as animals, any wildlife that is in your garden, just love digging up freshly planted bulbs, and we don't want all this work to go to waste. As with all planting, the last thing we're going to do is just make sure we give it some good water to get those bulbs activated. Once you've done this, these bulbs in the ground over late autumn and winter will need very little attention, as there'll be plenty of moisture around anyway at this time of year. Using a nice fine rose, evenly drench the area. Now, to finish this project, we're simply going to add a nice layer of mulch to the top of the soil. This is going to help to lock in the moisture and the heat over the coming months, which may give us some inclement weather. Just a nice even spread over the surface. So that's all there is to it. We can now look forward to spring, when these are going to give us some great colour and reward us for all this hard work.